Dear folks, it's Handmade by Shirley. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all well today. I did a live last night, which was really successful because I got my camera around the right way. But unfortunately, for some reason, I seem to have deleted the live stream, which is very annoying, but it is what it is. So these are the cards that I made. So we were trying to create the Aurora Borealis. And then there's the other one. So they're going to be winging their way to people who commented and came in and stayed on the full live. You know who you are, and remember just to email me your address to shirleywhirley37@gmail.com if you look at this video. Right, so I've got some more Inkylicious stamps, which I have. So this is a Fantasy Dandelion Stamp. So what I thought was I'd use my stamping platform today and just going to simply do some techniques, stamping techniques. I've got my stamping platform and I've got, as I say, this lovely polymer, clear polymer stamp, which is a Fantasy Dandelion. So I've cut my paper not to any particular size. I'm thinking I might do just a bit of stamping first. This is Stampin' Up! Smooth Basic White card. So just putting my magnets on. I probably need a few more magnets, but I don't have them. So just taking that off, and then I'm just going to put it in the middle of here and just bring the top over, and there we go. So that has moved slightly. I don't have any other magnets that I could really use, I don't think. So what I can do actually is tape it a wee bit with a wee bit washi tape so it doesn't lift at the bottom when I pull the stamp away. Just pop that on the bottom there. So what I thought I'd just do was use some VersaFine Clear inks, and I want to just stamp the top half of that piece in the Warm Breeze. Then I'm going to come in with Paradise and tap the bottom and just kind of blend them like that. So we'll take that over and see what that goes like. I'm sure it's going to be really pretty. I didn't just want to stamp in one colour, I just wanted to stamp and see what it was like. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I think we could go again though. So the lighter blue breeze, Warm Breeze even, at the top, and the darker on the bottom half. Just, oh, I missed a bit at the top actually of this bit. Let's just get this very bit there. That's it. And I just think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp. So nice. I mean, could do lots of stuff. I just wanted to stamp it out to see what it was actually like first time. And I think that is beautiful, really beautiful. So I could leave that as a first kind of card. So number 2, so this is a first, and then I'm going to step it up a bit. So I'm just going to wipe off, where's my cloth gone? Here. So just wipe the stamp off, because I'm going to do something else this time. So thank you to all my new subscribers, really do appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing on my channel. Keep sharing away because I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers. It's probably a bit of a way off yet, but you know, you've got to live in hope. button. So this time, what I thought I'd do was I'd place my card this way round. Just pop that in the corner so that doesn't lift off. Now let's just see if I need to. No, that's fine. So put these other two pieces there. And what I thought this time I'd do, I'd use slightly different colours. So I've got a lovely green, which is called a verdant. So I thought I would do this at one side, like that. Make sure I've got it all covered. And then I'd use, I have got another green as well, but I thought I'd use Summertime, which is very bright orange colour. And I just kind of blend that in as well. Just put a wee bit more of this over so it kind of blends in. Yeah, that's better. And then I'd come over again and use my pressure tool again, just to, it's not quite worked there, so let's just pop that bit down because there's still a bit of ink on the stamp. That's better, so that's quite nice. And then I thought I would, let's see, what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to turn the stamp upside down because I want it to be the same as this, but over here. So give it a wash, a bit of a wash, like that. And then I'm taking it off here and then placing it back down. So I want it to be that way as well. So I want it to kind of come over here like that. So just to get that on, and it's moved. So what I'll do actually is pop that on there, and hopefully that'll stay down. And I'll just pop another wee bit at the top, I think here, just to hold that on. Right, so inking up again, and I'm going to use the one VersaFine Clear that's Shady Lane. So I'll just do that. So I'm just creating background really here. I'm not doing anything too extravagant, I don't think. So I'm just going to use the Shady Lane one, which is another green, and just sort of blend that in a bit. And then press over like that. So it means you don't need to just stamp your stamps in one colour. You can do this with all your stamps, you know, use two colours. Oh, that's nice, I like that. That's worked out really nicely. So let's just wipe this off just now. And then I'm going to move it again because I want to just fill in the gaps. So I'll probably put it there, and I'll just pick it up here. And what we'll do is I'll pop that a bit nearer. Now this time I only need to do the top half of there. I don't want to stamp onto there because that would just be a mess. So I only want to stamp sort of to that part here. So I'm thinking I'm going to use a slightly different colour here. So let's let's see, let's use the Paradise one now. So I want to do it just to there, and I'm only going to cross so far like that because I want to put a different colour on the other side, and that colour is going to be, let me see, let's put the orange on with the blue, because orange and blue actually look quite nice together. So I think that's probably okay there. Let's just see, yeah, I have gone over slightly, but that's okay. So just push that down. I mean, you could put this stamp on a huge block, but I just think you get more precision doing it this way. So that's fine. And then what I need to do now is just get rid of that again. And then I'm going to just turn. Now, I was looking for one of these stamp wheels that are from Altenew or something similar, but just can't seem to find them. So, you know, so let's just pop this bit on here, because that would probably be less of a faff, but this is what I've got, so this is what I'll use. So I'm just going to fill in that gap as well here. So I'm just going to put it in. I wonder if I could do it that way. Don't want to put any ink on it. Let's see. I might be able to just hover in there like that. Let's see. Let's pick that up. Yep, that's fine. So then I'm going to look for some other colours again. So I think I'll have the grey. I've got some grey, which is actually called Morning Mist. So we've got some grey, and we've got some of this. Let's use the blue because it's quite nice. I quite like this light blue colour. Just make sure that's covered. Just go over that again with the Morning Mist because I've kind of lost that. There, that's fine. And then just popping that over, pressing it down. And hoping. Yeah, let's do it again. It's because it's obviously on there, so that's kind of stopping the pressure. But I think that's okay. I mean, what I could do is be very, very careful and just line it up with, if I could, I don't know if I can, line it up. Or was it that way? I can't remember. No, it was that way, wasn't it? Perhaps I should just leave it be. That wasn't so good. Anyway, don't do that. Don't do that if you want to create this type of background. Don't do that. So the background's coming along. So let's just do another piece at this very far corner here. And let's get our two magnets. One there and one there. And then what I think I'll do here is just pop it on with by hand. So I don't want the blue. I want some What do I want? I want some green. I think I've got. Come on, come off. I want some green and I want some of this Chianti as well, which is a kind of nice burgundy colour. So won't need as much as that. Won't need all of that because we won't. So let's do the Chianti way. So let's just press that down there. There we go. So we're creating a nice background here. That's quite nice. It's getting there. That's a bit of a mess at the end, but we could actually just get rid of that. Right, let's do another wee bit as well, just to fill in some of the bits at the bottom here. And I'll just do it. I don't probably need the stamping platform anymore, or I could actually, because it'll be at the bottom, isn't it? So let's see what we're going to do here. So just to keep that down, just hold it on. So this is going to be just that area on there. So I forgot to put my magnets on. So just there. So I think I'll just bring them down a bit. So this time I'm going to put on some of this again, some of the Chianti. Let me see. So right, I think I might just put the whole Chianti on it. Chianti. That will fill that bit in. Let's get our pressure tool. Like that. Let's see what it's like. Yep, that's okay. Let's just wipe this away now, and then we can do another piece, perhaps in this very edge here. I mean, I'm probably going to cut it down, so maybe that's enough actually. So that's that one. So that was the simple first one, and that was the kind of background one, still with two tones. This time I thought I would do it with some heat embossing, and then we can add some blending at the back. So just wipe this up because I like to keep things clean. So just pop that on there and try and get all that off. Must have gone on to this bit at the back as well. Right, that's better. That's better. That Chianti does leave the colour, doesn't it? Right, let's pop that there. And let's just get some more paper, or card I should say. And we're just going to pop that on like that, and that on. Oh, I've just stuck my finger in it. Need to turn it over. Oh no. We've got a slightly bigger piece actually here, but I'll cut it down. So just let's make sure we dry this before we put anything on it. So this is a big piece of paper, so I'll just put that down there. And we'll just get our two magnets, which are going to go there, and then I will just tape it as well, because I can. Just take that corner and just take that bit as well. But Oh dear. There we go. Right, and then I'm just going to pick that up. Not sure that's not sticking. Let's just drop it on there. I might have to bring that in a bit slightly, just to hold it a bit better. That's fine. I think that'll be okay. Let's see. Yeah. Right. So to heat emboss, I need my obviously my heating tool and everything. So I've got VersaFine Clear. This is one that's quite nice and clean. I've got my embossing buddy, just to make sure there's no extra pieces go in it that we don't want. And then I've got a couple of new, I've got a nice blue embossing powder from Wow, which I might use. So it's very, very, I'm not sure, powdery. It's called, what's it called? It's called Bright Blue Flock. I don't know if that's quite the right thing. Anyway, let's just do it in silver. I think this is silver. So I'm going to ink up my dandelion with Versamark sticky ink. Make sure it's completely covered. And then go down. And then have a look. There's a couple of bits in the middle that haven't transferred, so I can do it again. That's the beauty of having a platform. If you just do it on a block, there's no way you'll get it in the same space if you want to put more Versamark ink on it. So let's give it a wee bit more of a push down. Seems to be more in the middle. It doesn't transfer as much. Let's have a look. Oh yes, and we're seeing a bit of the red from, so that shows you I have actually wiped that several times, but it just shows you that there's still ink on that, but that's fine. It's going to get covered with the silver embossing powder anyway. So I think that's okay. Might do it again because it still looks like it's not got very much in that middle part. So just push down quite hard. And hope that it transfers better. Yeah, that's much better, but there's a wee kind of mark there. That's excellent. So what I need to do is take it off the paper, and I'm going to obviously pop the embossing powder on next. So move that to the side, and I've got my embossing tray, and I've got the silver, I think it's quite fine silver, so I'll go over that. It's got some bits in it, I don't know why, but seems to have, which is a bit annoying. And then let's see how it's transferred, and I think that is really nice. Now I've got a few wee excess excess bits of embossing powder that I don't want, because if I don't get rid of that, it'll emboss just like that, and you'll have bits where you really don't want them, but mostly it's absolutely fine. It's perfect. There's a wee bit in there, but I don't think I can get to that. So let's just pop this back into its tub so it doesn't go everywhere. Pop that in, that's it. Find your Versamark and cover it because I don't want it going everywhere. And then if you want to, you can reduce your sound. I'm going to put my heat tool on, so I'm going to warm it up first. And then I'm going to take it over this, and you will see it just totally turning. It's starting to turn now. You can just see how that turns. I always love heat embossing. It's just magic. It's real magic. And that really embosses lovely. And that is complete. And that's gorgeous. So, that's 3 things. So what I want to do now is I want to cut these panels into a panel that will work. Let's just wipe this a bit because it's a bit, give it a wee wipe, that's fine. So I'm going to chop this one now. It's a bit bent, but that's okay, that always happens. So chop that bit off, and then I want to make this roughly 4.5. Okay, roughly 4.5 by, what's this? I couldn't do 4.5 because I wonder if I could just pop it down a bit. I'll just cut off, so I'm cutting that at 5 3/4 there, and then I could pop this to, probably not, this is going to be slightly less, at 5. This is going to be cut up. So 5 3/4 by 5, but it still looks a bit odd, so I might have to cut it a bit down here. So this was cut at, if we cut it at 4, so 4 by, what did I say? It's actually 4 by 5. Right, so we've got that, and then we've got our nice background which we could use to make a focal point on this. Just let's see, probably not big enough. I'd have to cut this down a bit more. So cutting that down to 3 3/4, and then, well, I'm cutting different sides, so it's not really 3 3/4, is it? And just chopping, just so this is going to fit onto that background somehow. So I'll just chop this a bit as well. So the finished one, let's see, before I say, because I want this to kind of go in the background here, and I'm obviously going to cut that down as well. So if I chop that off, I can still use this bit for something else if I wanted to. And then I'm going to chop, how will I go this way? Chop that end off. That kind of covers most of it, doesn't it? Or I could do it that way, I suppose. No, I don't. Let's just go that way. So we're going to just do a background bit. That could be used for something else. So I want to put a bit of something in between this. So let's just move all this away a moment. As I say, I can use these definitely for something else, and I've still got this one that was my original. So So I'm just going to chop this down as well and make 2 cards out of these ones with the backgrounds I've made, and just let's see what this is like. So I think it needs a bit more off here. So that's cutting it 4. Is it 4 squared? Let's go the other way. Let's just cut it 4 again, and that will make that 4 squared, which is nice. Now I need to just pop off and get some paper to back them with, because I don't have any. So I'll be back shortly. Right, so I've popped back. So I've got a couple of backgrounds for 2 of my cards. I was going to use this on the background I made with the Fantasy Dandelion, but I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do that. So let's pop the ones I've got to do. So I thought that I would have this just on a nice piece of bright blue, and that border is 4.5 squared. And then I thought, instead of putting this on top to cover it, I'll just have it as a card with that on. I'll put something on the front like this, or something else that I could stamp in, or just a little birthday wishes on there, with perhaps a bit of the card behind this, just to let it stand out. So that's my idea. So at the moment I'm going to just pop the glue on them, and then we can stick them onto a card base, and we can just add some simple embellishments to them, and then that'll be me done. And I hope you've enjoyed watching me play with the Fantasy Dandelion from Inkylicious. I do like Inkylicious stamps, they're really nice. So if you were putting that onto a card, you didn't have to have it like that. You could have it, for instance, just as an idea. I think I've got some cards left in here that would fit, some bases. So these are just smooth white card bases. So I suppose if you wanted, you could have it like that, but then you'd probably have to make the square much smaller. So, but I mean, the orientation could be that way, it could be that way. It doesn't have to be, you know, just what pleases your eye. And I've just replaced my blades on my trimmer, and it's still, but I think I'll just keep it in that orientation. So my glue seems to be working now, thankfully, but I've got several glue pots I'm going to have to do that with, because they're all clogged up as well. So just popping that down, and that gives it a lovely border all the way around, which is, I find, pleasing to the eye. So there we go. So please let me know what you think of the projects. It's always nice to get some feedback from subscribers, just to, you know, just to say, oh, what were you thinking? Do you like these? I think I'm just going to pop this on here. You know, and it just, I think I'll pop it on there actually. It just lets me know what you're interested in. I can always try and do it. I can't say I'm going to do it amazingly. So that's card 1. I'll pop down a bit so that you can see. So that's card 1, and it's just nice and simple but very effective. So this was from the backgrounds I made. So what I thought I would just do that. I could add lots of other things to it, but I was trying to keep it a bit more simple than too much. And like I said with the other one, if you did something similar to this, it doesn't have to be going, you know, your card could be that way, it could be that way, just whatever suits you and you like, because after all, it's your design, it's your card, basically. And I've put all these other sentiments across there. Now, I've got a couple of gems here too. We can add to it. Oh, conscious, I must keep this, get that bit off the top and keep this upside down so that it doesn't clog up again. So I've got various different gems. I like to have a full gem box, I do. So I've got these nice sequins from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to pop on this card. I'm going to just pop the blue, so they're self-adhesive, backed. I'm just going to pop the blue on there and one up there. I think I'll have it here. Let me see. Yeah, that's quite nice actually having. So that's that one done. And then this, trying to see, so I could put, don't think I've got a piece of that card on the table. I think I took it away and put it back somewhere, which was a bit daft of me, wasn't it? Anyway, I'll just pop this on just now. So I'll need my glue again. So, I mean, I could pop a piece of ribbon round that if I wanted to. Don't tend to use ribbon as much as I used to, but I could pop a ribbon, you know, a bit of ribbon going round the bottom. I could put a seal on it. Yep, I could do lots of stuff. I was just trying to keep it simple-ish. So let's just put some more gems on this one. So let's see, we've got a few different ones we can use. Right, we've got these ones. These are Stampin' Up as well. So let's just use some of these kind of bronzy colour just because the backing is bronzy as well. So I tend to just like to put 3 or 5 on. I don't like to put loads on. So that's 3. I might put 5 on this one. And sometimes a gem is just fabulous for hiding, you know, something, a mistake. You've made a mistake. So that's card number 2. I will put that onto a base. I don't have the size of base at the moment. And then I've got this lovely heat embossed one, which I thought I'd try and put onto this card base as well. This isn't a perfect. This is, I think these are 5.5. Or are they 5? 5 by 5 squared, yeah. So it will fit onto my card, but it will not be quite the same square that you get there. So I've got some of this really nice paper that I actually got at a charity shop. Now it's really nice, and I thought, oh, I better not get this because I've got so much paper. But some of this stuff is just lovely. So there's pattern stuff, that kind of stuff, rainbow. But then there's that kind of nice distressed look, and they're double-sided. So you get a blue one, you get brown, you got brown, and you got some other sort of distressy looked ones as well, which is really nice. And then I did a swap with my sister because she got some as well, and we had a few bits of this and then a few bits of just nice card that was in it as well. So I'm going to go for this pink one because I think that's quite nice for change. And I'm going to find the kind of edge that's kind of distressed a bit. And so I need my trimmer again. I've just covered it with stuff, but that's what I do. So I want to trim this down to, so I want a bit of an edge on it so you can see that kind of distressed edge. I don't want to cut that bit off. So just cut that away, put that over there, and then do the same at the bottom to try and, but then I need to make sure it fits within the card base. So let's get the card base back. It might not fit within that, no. So I want to keep that bit, so I'm going to cut the bottom a bit and cut the side a bit, because that should fit, hopefully, she says. So just popping that on. Let's see, let's get our card base back. No, not quite. It's a bit off the top and the bottom, or just take a tiny bit off here and a bit off the bottom. Okay. And then see if that's going to fit. That's better. Yep. And then we can see what that looks like, and that's pretty nice. I know it's a bit different, it's a bit of a different shape, but that's okay. So I'm going to do, what I am actually going to do first is I'm just going to bring in a little bit of picked raspberry, and I'm just going to very, very slightly put that behind this, and this will resist because it's embossed. So I'm just getting some of the ink that was actually on this already off, because I don't tend to, sometimes I wash my brushes and other times I don't tend to do that at all. But this, see the ink that actually has come off that could be a background just splattered with water and used. So I'm just trying to get as much as I can of it off, because I don't want that colour. Excuse me. I've just got the picked raspberry here, and I'm just taking it off a bit as well, because I only want a tiny little piece, very pale, behind this. So you can still see there's still a bit off it there, and I have hardly any on it. I just want to bring it down a bit and bring it out a bit there. And that's all I want to put on, because I don't want to overpower it. I just wanted to have a wee hint of something there. So I can then just take my cloth and go over the back just to make sure all that embossing powder is shiny. And then I'm going to pop this on with glue. To make sure that's kind of equally placed in the centre. Oh, don't move it that much, surely. I think that's okay. And then, see, that's better. And then pop this on as well to your base. And then just put that on and make sure you've got it where you want it. There we go. And that's fine. And then I'm just going to add some more gems to this one. So let's see, what have I got? Something a bit different maybe. Maybe I'll just have silver this time. Get some small, these are just really small teensy ones, little rhinestones. Now here's my pokey tool. So just, these are all self-adhesive. So I mean, what I could do is put loads in the middle, but I don't want to do that because I think I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too much for me if I do something like that. Just too much. On there. And that is my 3 cards using the Inkylicious Dandelion Fantasy Dandelion stamp. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and please let me know what you've thought in the comments. And yeah, thanks again. I'll be back very soon. See you later. Bye.